Hello and welcome to another episode of Gig and Tell podcast. I'm Tash.
I'm Phil.
And today we're going to be talking about Stephen Sanchez because I went to see him in Nottingham the other week. It was very, very good. We haven't actually spoken about it between us yet, have we? Like, no. Really?
I literally haven't seen you.
Yeah, I've sent like a couple of videos through to the group chat, but like I haven't spoken about it really. But it was very, very good. So excuse me because I'm going to be rambling for all of this episode because you didn't come to this one. It was me and my partner that went to this one. But I'm pretty sure the next episode that you are going to be talking all about your experience is something I didn't go to. So we're going to even each other out.
Taking it in turns.
Yeah. So you'll have to deal with me rambling this whole episode, but then you get you rambling your next episode. So yeah, we went to Stephen Sanchez. It was in Nottingham. He didn't come to Birmingham, so I couldn't get Birmingham tickets. But he was very, 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 very good. Very different because it's not the kind of music I usually would listen to and go and see. I think it's because there's not many artists that do his style of music now that aren't dead.
Mm-hmm.
Because he does quite, like, I don't know what kind of style to call it, maybe 60s style music, maybe 50s. That's kind of like Elvis-esque, if you will. But also some like slower ones. But he's got that whole aesthetic of like old school, like with all the like pastel cars that he drives and like his fashion sense. And to be fair, his fiance's dresses and stuff that she wears, they just look like they're straight out of the 50s. Yeah. And I just love that. I find it so fun, so happy, so uplifting. And that's exactly how the concert felt. It just felt really like everyone was coming together. He was so happy bouncing around that stage. There was a little trumpet and he has songs that are like ba-da-ba-da, ooh, ba-da-ba-da, ooh. And it's like really fun and it's like just like, so you can't help but dance and it's just like so jolly. We looked around a couple of times. There was some people like really dancing and really having a good time and just enjoying themselves. But some of the people that we looked around at, we were like, how are you literally stood still? Because we could not help but move. It was so like, it was just so fun.
Yeah.
The atmosphere was so fun.
I can never understand standstillers at gigs like that.
And I know that Adam is really a standstiller. Maybe a tap of the foot.
He gives a little bob of the head if it's good.
Yeah.
It's gotta be very good though for him to get a head bob in. But I mean, I suppose he is someone who's like analysing everything that's going on. Like he is watching and he's tall enough to.
Yeah, true. Yes, the people behind us weren't very happy with Harrison because Harrison is a very tall man. He is 6'3", 6'4", so he's quite tall. So people don't really like looking around him or being behind him at a concert. He gets in the way of a lot of people. I think someone actually did comment that behind him. Like we heard her say to her partner, "Well, I haven't seen anything for the whole show, have I?" But I do just feel a bit like, okay, well, we were right at the back. Like we weren't close. We were. There was the main floor, and we were on the step up towards the bar because we were that far back. So I'm a bit like, okay, we'll just move anywhere else. Like it's not like we're stood right in front of you and you're in a good spot. Yeah. You're not in a good spot because we're not in a good spot. So just fucking move. But whatever. Yeah. But yes, we had a very, very good time. I've not been to that venue in Nottingham before. We went to Rock City and I've been wanting to go there for a long time because I know that our parents used to go there when they were younger.
We've heard so much about Rock City and I know that they've refurbed and stuff since like, our parents were going.
Yeah.
But I feel like I would have to see a rock band there for the first time.
Yeah, it wasn't a rock band.
I don't think I could go for the first time for something that wasn't actually rock music, but I could, maybe it will happen, but I would love to actually see a rock band there.
Mm-hmm. It was really good. The sound was amazing in there.
Yeah.
Really good. I can't fault the production, the lighting, the sound, like all of that was just absolutely fantastic. And because he's all like, I don't know how to explain him, because of the style of his music, all the background was like really bright colour. So he had a red strip, a yellow strip, a green strip, a blue strip, a yellow strip. And it was like patterns in the back that were really fun. And yeah, I've not been to a concert before where you've got people fully blowing like the trumpet and playing like just random instruments that you wouldn't usually have in like a band situation, which was really fun to watch. And yeah, it was just very good. I will say, because we were going to that kind of event, I wore like a pretty little red and white dress. because it felt like it matched the vibe, and I had my red lipstick on and stuff. And we went to a place to eat beforehand that had really good reviews for it being like a good burger place. And I said, oh, that might be quite nice because it will feel like very American diner to go and have burgers and then go and see him. Like, it felt like quite the aesthetic to have going on. And when we went to this burger place, it was like on the corner of somewhere. It was on the main streets of Nottingham. I need to think of what this place was called. It definitely began with a H, but I can't think of what it was called. But basically, it was a rock bar. So they were playing Catfish in the Bottom and AC/DC, Arctic Monkeys. Like, they were playing like alternative music in there. There was posters all over the walls. And like all the workers that worked there was someone with a mohawk. There was someone that was like a little bit of like trendier, like modern, not emo, but like indie kind of looking guy with his curtains and his tattoos. And like everyone there was a woman there that in her combat trousers and like her like emo top and stuff, and I think that she might have worked in the kitchen because she brought our food over and stuff, and I didn't see her before that. But yeah, everyone had that kind of aesthetic, and like it kind of gave me that place in York vibes where it had like neon signs that said games upstairs and there's pool tables and darts upstairs and stuff.
When she says that place, it's the Stone Roses bar in York.
We went there a few years ago and we haven't stopped speaking about it since because it was very much a vibe in there. And it gave me the same kind of aesthetic in this place, only this was like food. It was like a bar downstairs with food, seating areas, a little bit of an outside place to sit and eat and chat and have a drink. And then there was like, you could go upstairs for games and stuff, which was fun. But we didn't have time to do that because we were just eating before we went to the concert. I'm really sorry, I can't remember what the food place was called, but they did very good burgers, very messy burgers. Before, when I've got a full face of makeup on about to go to a concert, it probably wasn't the smartest idea, but I felt so out of place because usually I would be in that attire and like in the like alternative attire, and I turned up in my like little pretty red dress with my red lipstick and my curled hair and thought, usually I would fit right in, and today I definitely don't. So
it's the worst when that happens.
I know, I was like, I swear I'm one of you.
Yeah. I remember when we ended up at a rock night on a family holiday and we didn't know it was a rock night, and then we turned up and they were like, oh, you've like got the like fancy
you
dress
dressed
down
up for us,
and we were like,
this is just
what we look like all the time. Like, I look like this anyway.
yeah, legit. So it felt a little bit out of place. I was like, no, I need to come back here in my normal dress, but fine. It was very good burgers, and it was only a 15-minute walk from the venue. The venue, by the way, we literally got a hotel that was a 1-minute walk. It was over the road. It was literally like the venue was here, the back of the hotel was here, so you just crossed the road, walked around to the front of the hotel, and you were there.
Incredible.
I know. I knew that I'd got a good hotel in terms of the proximity, but I didn't know it was that good. Like, we were walking there, and I was like, this is incredible. And it was, like, right off the town centre as well. It was, like, it took us 10 minutes or so to walk to the burger place. And there was loads of food places around it. I've never been to a place. Is Nottingham a city? It is, isn't it? I've never been to a city that has so many food places. I'm talking literally, you walk down the road and every single shop is a food or drink place. Like, and pubs everywhere. It's fantastic. I think that if you went to uni in Nottingham, you would have the best time.
Yeah.
Because it was just so full of those kind of places that to hang out. Like, you'd be so broke but so happy. It was a really nice vibe. I liked it there. There was a couple of nutters like you get in Birmingham, like a couple of lunatics.
We are in the UK. There's always
a town.
There's always
nutter.
someone. Yeah.
But yeah, generally speaking, we had a really good time. Everything was in really close proximity, and the hotel we stayed at was like super fancy. It was really nice, and to say it was so close to everything that we were doing, it was only £69 for the two of us. So it was like £35 each. I mean, I paid for it because it was a present for Harrison, but it was like, it would have been like £35 each for that hotel. And then I think the Stephen Sanchez tickets were £30 each. And we drove up there. So it was like really cheap for a trip. And the burgers that we got, I think we got 2 burgers and a round of drinks, and it came to 40 quid.
Yeah.
So I thought it was really good to get 2 meals. And like, there was so many fries and stuff on the plate as well that we couldn't even finish them. Like, it was a good portion as well. So really, our value for money on this trip was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I cannot complain by that at all. And yeah, Stephen was amazing. He was dancing around the stage with full energy. He was so happy. He felt so, you could feel how grateful he was to be there. I'm going to put some, I don't think I've uploaded them yet. I haven't done Stephen yet, I don't think. But I'll put all the videos onto our Instagram highlights so that you can go over and look. But he was so grateful to be on that stage. Like, I'm pretty sure we got a video where he is literally just looking out to the crowd and we cheered. May I say, the crowd, so interactive.
Yeah.
You know, in Birmingham now, there's quite a lot of silence in between and it feels a bit awkward. It was not like that at all. Like, he'd finished a song and at the one song that he finished, we cheered and cheered and cheered and cheered. And he literally stood there like, in just disbelief, like you could really feel it from him. And I really hope that that's not something that happens all the time, because it felt really authentic in the moment where he was literally just taking us all in and we were just cheering and cheering, and it was so good. And he performed amazing. His voice sounded just like the record. Incredible. Like, I cannot, like, if you like that kind of music, even if you don't like that kind of music, if you're up for a good time, I can't recommend seeing him enough. Like, he was such a vibe. And the support band were really good as well. The support band were called Tours, but Tors. And when we went to put them on in the car on the way home from Nottingham, we had 2 liked songs by them already, but we didn't know them. They were things that we must have seen in Discover Weekly, liked them, and then they've got lost in our liked songs somewhere because they're not in a playlist. But we'd clearly heard them and liked them before. They gave really like orange autumn vibes, like Mumford and Sons kind of like guitar, and like, there were 3 boys. It kind of gave me New Rules, but they weren't that kind of vibe. They were like
a bit like folk.
They were autumn, yeah. They were like autumn to a T. And yeah, they, you know how in like the 2000s there was a lot, or maybe 2010s, there was a lot of bands like that were like Mumford and Sons and maybe of Monsters and Men, and like a few of them that had the same kind of sound. They just fit perfectly into that bracket. And they were very, very good. They were very, very funny. I think that they were Irish. Oh no, they're from the UK. They were from the UK, but I don't remember where exactly from. Yeah. No, I think Devon.
Okay.
I think Devon.
You've said some very different places.
Yeah, I think Devon. I think it's Devon.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's Devon. I'm sure they're from Devon. And they play, every song they played sounded exactly the same, but were really good. And their voices were really good. And they were really interactive with the crowd. And the main guy was just super funny and down to earth. And Harrison said, I want to go for a pint with him. I was like, I know. He seems like just so like genuine and like what you see is what you get kind of guy. So yeah, I'd definitely go and give them a listen as well. They were very good. And yeah, there was only the one support, and then Stephen came on. They had a little board with the times on outside, so it said support this time till this time, Stephen 8:30 till this time.
Nice.
Stephen came on at 8:30. Nice early end to the show. I think he finished just after 10. Beautiful, lovely. The drinks there weren't too expensive. They were quite well priced. They have cherry hooch in Nottingham. Everywhere I went, I had a cherry hooch at the burger place, and then I had they had cherry hooches again in the in Rock City, and I was like, this is fantastic. Is this just a new thing and I haven't been out for a while, or is this a Nottingham thing? Because that was
it's
so
hard
good
to tell, isn't it?
Yeah.
Adam asked me the other day, do they still do the pitchers in spoons? And I was like, I don't remember the last time I went out with someone who like orders.
They do,
pitchers
but they're
from
expensive
spoons.
now.
But yeah, I was in there the other night and I saw some people ordering pitchers, and I was like, yeah, they definitely still do.
They used to do 2 pitchers for a tenner or £12, something like that, and I think that it's like 2 for 20 or something like that now, and it's like, it's basically like lemonade with a dash of alcohol, so it's not really worth the amount of money you're spending at that point.
Cocktails are crazy prices.
Yeah, and most of them it's literally like full of ice. Like, you don't really get anything, it's all diluted, so I don't bother anymore with that. Mine and Harrison's first dance song we heard on a Discover Weekly, and it was by Stephen Sanchez, and as soon as we heard it years ago, we said, when we get married, this is going to be our wedding song, like our first dance song. And he played that live, and it was beautiful. It brought the whole room to tears. It was just such a special moment. It felt amazing. It was very good. It was nice to see it live.
Mm-hmm. What song's that one?
I will tell you when it comes up. Right, so he played 21 songs, which is good. He released, so the day that we went to see him was the day that he released his new album. So, like, you couldn't learn them to sing along. So, interesting decision, I think. We've said this about someone before. Was it Brad? Or was it... So, someone we've seen before, we were like, why have you dropped the album? Literally, like, on the day or a couple of days before the tour, because we don't have time to learn it, Bradley, or whoever it was. I can't remember who it was.
It wasn't Brad, because he just toured the album before he released it.
Even more annoying.
There's probably been loads of people that have done that there.
True. So we started with It Might Be Love. Shall we see if you know a snippet of this at all? Kind of sounds like Mr. Blue Sky. And then he played Sweet Love, which is a new one. Which is so upbeat. A vibe. Like, that's one that is on the new album, but he released as a single first. If you're going to listen to Stephen Sanchez, honestly, go and listen to Sweet Love. That's a great one. Then he played Emotional Vacation. Then he played Chuck the Money. Then he played Only Girl. I think that one was one that I really liked, actually. Love is an understatement. Yeah. And then Evangeline, by the way. So cute. That song is so cute. Mm-hmm. But I can't help but think of my belle, Evangeline. Then Ooh Baby, I Love You, which I think is off the new album again. A lot of these are in capital letters, by the way, so I don't know if everything that he's just released was released in capitals. But
I would presume so.
A lot of them he's screaming at me. Forgetting Your Kiss, Dancing Away the Music, Doesn't Do Me Any Good, No One Knows, Love, 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 Home to Mother, Be More. Be More is the song that I'm on about for our dance. And he sang it so beautiful. Mm-hmm. Like, so beautiful. There was just like him on the stage. They had disco balls on the ceiling, which were lighting the room up with like sparkles. Yeah. And it felt so like magical. It was just beautiful. It was so nice. And I'm glad that I saw that with Harrison. It was very, very nice. Very sweet moment. He's a very romantic artist. Like, very romantic. He's all about like love. So if you're grossed out by love, maybe not your kind of person. I feel like people are one way or the other. Yeah, people are either one way or the other. I am all for love. I love love. I don't mind PDA. I know people feel some type of way about PDA, but I know that a couple of my friends have been like, even like my friend that is obsessed with boys is still like, oh, I don't want to see people like out kissing and stuff. And I'm like, oh, I think it's sweet. I think it's nice that people are in love, and he's very much on that same caliber. Then he played Help Me Run, which is unreleased, it's not out yet. And then The Pool, snippet of All These Things That I've Done by The Killers. I don't know what that is, I don't remember. Don't Let Me Go, Shake, Until I Found You, and High. I think Until I Found You is the one that everyone knows that goes, Georgia.
Yeah, that's the only one I know.
That was so good as well. The whole room was singing and dancing for that one, and honestly it was so beautiful. I can't wait. I'm going to show you a couple of the snippets after we've done this podcast of like some of the clips. Mainly I want to show you the him like looking out at the crowd after we were all cheering, because it was honestly such a cute moment. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure Harrison filmed it. Most of the things that I've got, I think I only recorded 2 things, but Harrison recorded most of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was just a very special time. We had a great time. And it's not very often that me and Harrison go to gigs one-on-one, but we've done it a couple of times this year. Like, we went to Youngblood together and we went to this together.
I feel like
there's always people with us, but
I feel like we've all been budgeting hardcore this year. Yeah. So we've all been like only going to the ones we really want to, and it's causing like much smaller groups of us going.
Definitely. I literally said to Steve at work the other day, he was like, who's going, have you got any concerts this week, or what are you doing, or whatever, what are you doing tonight? And it was on a Wednesday, and I said, oh, we usually do girls' night on a Wednesday, but my two of my friends are going to see Lolo tonight, so they're going to a concert, so I don't know if we're still doing the girls' night or not. And he was like, sorry, a couple of your friends are going to a concert and you're not going with them. And I said, I know, Steve, I know it's unusual, but I've had to give this one a miss, and I've had to prioritise some things here, so.
Yeah, I was getting asked questions the other night. There's a couple of girls at work going to a gig at the academy, and they were asking about like parking and where to eat and stuff, and I was like, where to eat? I actually couldn't tell you. I actually don't think I've ever eaten round by there. We always just like, we'll either eat first or we'll grab a Mackey's on the way. I was like, in terms of food, I don't know.
The Bull Ring's not far. It's about a 10-minute walk from the Bull Ring. If you wanted to eat something in the Bull Ring.
Yeah, I just said like all of the food places I know in Birmingham are in the centre. But in terms of like, because if you went to the NCP that's a bit further away, that is the one that we've used a couple of times, I was like, that one, there's probably plenty of food by it. But
yeah, I used to say the one that's by Snobs, but Snobs isn't there anymore, so you can't say it.
Yeah. Where Snobs used to be.
Yeah. Kind of near there.
Yeah, so I was like, if you park there's loads of food places, but actually by the academy, I was like,
it's right by Chinatown.
Really, yeah.
So you can go and get that kind of food.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But
it's nice when you've got people coming to you being like, you're an expert.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
I was like, I'm getting asked for all the tips.
But whereas I am like, and now I can give you some, but really I would need to send you to my sister. she's the brains of the operation. I just turn up. Hello. But yeah.
I don't know, when it comes to getting the train, it's you.
True, I'm good at the train situation. I must say, I haven't updated. We've got lists in our notes in our phones of all the concerts that we've been to. I haven't updated mine this year.
I need to update mine for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm guessing it was a smaller venue. I'm guessing there was no confetti, pyro.
No, nothing like that.
It was very, And I'm taking from what you said about the instruments that there was actually a live band.
Yes. All live band. I think someone might have played the harmonica. There was definitely someone on a trumpet. Definitely someone on something
Alex Warren played a little bit of harmonica.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I think there was a harmonica. Don't quote me on it. And then drums, guitar, and Stephen. Stephen just sings, but he did do a couple where he played guitar as well. But most of the time he was just bopping around the stage. He has a lot of little fun dances. He has good hip movements, Stephen Sanchez does. He's like really entertaining to watch. And I like that when you're going to see somebody and it's the first time you're seeing them and you can really feel their aura and their like sense of personality because he was just so fun on that stage. And I get the impression like that it's his personality and it's not a stage presence. I just feel like that's just him.
Yeah.
Through and through. And it was such a fun time. Like, I can't tell you how much fun you'd have if you go and see him. Like, it's so good. And he does have a couple of, well, actually he has quite a few slow songs. But even his slow songs felt really, like, I don't know, special. I don't know. Really nice, really different. Very different to when we're, like, jumping around like crazy people.
That is probably what made it feel so special, is that it was very unique.
Yeah, true.
Like, there's not a lot of artists that do make that. I feel like it is starting to come back. I feel like more recently there has been a couple that are making that kind of old, like, 50s, 60s style music, but there's still not many.
Yeah.
I do feel like it has started to come back a little
I
bit.
like it. I love it.
Yeah.
Someone at work was like, I'm surprised because don't you like all that swearing music? And I was like, I wouldn't say so. I think that probably swearing music is more so rap and things like that. I was like, people swear a bit in my songs, I suppose, but like, I mean,
rap's worse.
I think that rap's way worse. Yeah.
I had a really funny moment the other day. I got in my car and I put my Spotify DJ on because I didn't really know. Well, I knew what I wanted to listen to, but I didn't have a specific playlist for it.
Yeah.
So you can talk to it now, can't you? You can tell it what kind of vibe
I've
you
never
want.
used DJ.
At all?
Never.
Interesting.
Never.
Well, you can tell it now what kind of vibe you want. So I clicked on the button and I said, play me rock music, like AC/DC and stuff. And it said it back to me. It was like, playing rock music, like AC/DC and stuff. And then it was like, here's Elvis Presley. Oh. And I was like, no, that's rock and roll and nothing like AC/DC. Like, it's definitely still flawed. AI is not the answer to everything.
Yeah.
Because it didn't really know what I meant by, like, AC/DC and stuff, because Elvis Presley is nothing like AC/DC.
No, not the vibe.
So I had a little, like, laugh to myself in the car and was like, okay, I'm going to have to find a playlist.
Yeah. You're my place to come for playlists, you know. If I'm like, I want this kind of vibe, I'm like, where's Phil's playlist for that? That's kind of all I have to say about Stephen, but like I say, ticket prices were really good. Oh, we bought a poster too.
Oh, nice.
We bought a little poster that we're going to put on we have like a print wall in our hallway when you come in, that's got a few different kind of prints, and we're going to put it up there in a frame.
That's the kind of thing me and Adam have started buying from gigs now, because we've got frames just at the top of the stairs that we want to bring down, but we're doing specifically music. So we've got like a guitar hung up, we've got some vinyls, we've got some tour posters, like they're all music. We've got the You Remind Me of the Babe.
What Babe? Yeah, I love that.
And I was sorting out some boxes under the bed the other day, and I found the frame that Rosie and Jazz did for us with all the Vamp stuff in.
Yeah.
So that's up there now as well.
Yeah, that's in my living room.
Yeah, so we've got all of our music ones.
Nice.
Up the top. Oh yeah, there's just like a guitar strap that's then got some badges and stuff on as well. Like
cool.
A few bits.
We've got a bit of a mix in our hallway, so we've got like quotes up there, and then we've also got pictures of us, and then we've got a Kings of Leon poster. We've got funky mirrors rather than frames, so it's a bit of like a unique kind
when
of
we were
mixture.
in York, we went past one of those shops that have like the little mini guitars in. They're a bit bigger than that, but they're like that big, aren't they? And they've got the ones that are like the famous guitars, like you've got like Eddie Van Halen's guitar and stuff like that.
Cool.
And then there's some that are just like the branded ones, and I was like, I feel like that's the kind of thing that would be a cool little quirky bit to add to our little music wall, like
nice.
in the awkward small gaps that you don't like, you can't quite fit a frame. I was like, something like that would probably fit quite nicely there.
Yes.
But none of them there really grabbed us, so I'm keeping an eye out.
Fair enough. That's nice. That's different.
Yeah,
I like it.
Because I want to add some different bits as well as just frames.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to do like the mirrors and stuff. Like I have one that's like a splatter, but it's gold, so the mirror's not a real mirror because it's like reflecting gold, but you can still see yourself in it, and it's like a little splatter pattern and stuff. And I was like, I want things that look a bit quirky that aren't just the frames. So that's a similar kind of thing.
I did a naughty purchase the other day.
What?
That's added to my being broke this month.
What?
So I got a little bit excited because My Chemical Romance had posted an announcement.
Okay.
Like on Instagram, they'd been like, announcement this time, whatever, and it was a picture of the Danger Days. And I was like, I swear to God, they've just done a Black Parade tour. If they're about to do a Danger Days tour as well, I'm going to die because I love that album. It wasn't a tour, but they have done a re-release of it on vinyl.
Right.
And it's like a limited edition one that they've done that's like a ruby red vinyl.
Okay.
And there's the full album on one, and then there's a second vinyl in there that's got 9 unreleased tracks.
Ooh.
So that was £40.
So you bought it?
And well, we've been on about getting like we want something like what Dad's got with like a vinyl CD, whatever, and some speakers to put up. So
like a big stereo unit.
Yeah.
With loads of different.
I think Adam called it a hi-fi system, something like that. I'm trusting him to choose it all. I'll just pay half. And I was like, well, I actually only own like one vinyl other than the one that Adam bought me specifically with the purpose of putting on the wall.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, we're going to need something to play on it.
Yeah.
He's got lots of vinyls, but I was like, I'm going to need something to play on it.
Yeah.
And they've only done like 5,000 of them, so I
nice.
just pressed buy.
Fair.
Apple Pay is dangerous.
It is dangerous.
I don't know if you remember the music videos for the songs off Danger Days. They're the ones where they're almost like superhero characters.
No.
And so they've all got like different colours. So like it's when Gerard had his like red hair.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a vague memory of this.
And they've got like the guns and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's like stickers, but they're all like, you don't know what colour you're going to get for the stickers. So it'll be like each band member obviously had their own colour.
Yeah.
And all the music videos from that album like linked together to tell a story.
Love that.
Love that. So I'm very excited, and that's what I accidentally ordered to Mum and Dad's the other day too. But that's not being released till July, so
fair enough.
I just didn't tell them. I figured I'd tell them in July.
That's fair.
Speaking of emails we've had from Spotify, because that was how I found it. I got one of those like thanks for being a fan emails from Spotify.
That's sweet.
And that's how I ended up buying that record. So speaking of, it was Spotify's 20th
birthday.
this week.
Happy birthday, Spotify.
So as we were filming it, it was a couple of days ago, we all got that email.
Yes, very exciting. If you don't know what we're talking about, Spotify had their 20th birthday, and in honour of that, they sent out playlists and stats to everybody of like their
lifetime listens.
Their time since they've started on Spotify, of everything, like your top played song, your first played song, your most listened to artist, from the time you started Spotify. So kind of like a Spotify Wrapped, but for the whole time that you've had a Spotify account.
And can I say, I was so excited when I saw this, because I have the subscription to Spotify Stats.
Yes.
So I can click on any song and it'll tell me the first time I listened to it, how many times I've listened to it, and it gives me all this information about my listening history. But I've never been able to just click what was the first song I listened to, and I've always been so curious what was the first song I played on Spotify.
Yeah.
So I was so excited to find that out.
And now you know.
Where have I actually put my phone?
I must say, please bear in mind, I've only had my own Spotify account for 3 years, and part of that I didn't really use mine either because I'd got it temporarily, and then kind of jumped back on someone else's for a bit in between and then came back to it. So really this is kind of me from the last year. So mine isn't really an of all time. Mine's kind of like a Spotify wrap for the end of my year because a lot of these songs are ones that I've just listened to a lot within the last couple of years. Whereas yours is a lot more interesting, I'd say, because it's like the last 10 years.
Yeah, I think it said 2015.
So 11 years.
So it's... Yeah, there's quite the listening history on mine because I've used it and paid for premium. I think I didn't start paying for premium till about 2017.
Right.
But I've had an account a lot long. Adam had looked through his and he made it shows you what day he made his account, but he didn't actually listen to his first song on there for over a week.
What?
And I was like, why did you make an account if not to use it immediately?
Yeah, that's strange.
So yeah, my first day on Spotify was the 1st of July 2015. So almost exactly 11 years ago. We're only a month off.
That's mad.
Like a month and a half off it being a year ago.
That's crazy.
A year ago.
Where does it tell you your first day?
It's the first screen that it shows you.
I didn't screenshot that.
Oh, I screen recorded the whole thing.
Oh, I just screenshotted the things, but 24th of September 2023. I know it's 2023 and I can see 24 set. So, must be 24th of September 2023. So mine's a long time after yours.
Considering how long I've had mine, I was very shocked by the amount of songs I'd listened to. I'd expected it to be a lot more.
Yeah.
And Adam said, well, that's not that... no, he was like, no, but that's a lot. In the grand... And then he got his up and his was 30,000. And I was like, that's more like what I expected. Mine's 9,957.
Yeah.
And I was like, it is a lot of songs, but I expected there to be a lot.
You really
more.
Must re-listen to the same songs over and over again.
He was like, you are very loyal though, and I was like, that's very true. Yeah. That is very true.
I listened to what's the difference? 7 years, 7 years between my Spotify and your Spotify. So you've had Spotify 7 years longer than me, and I've listened to 5,040 songs. So you've only listened to 4,000 songs more than me.
This is what I'm saying.
Which is crazy. I listen to a lot of Discover Weekly. So I'll listen to a lot of new songs on those playlists where I feel like you don't do that as much.
Yeah, it takes me a long time to learn a song as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I expected, especially with the amount of gigs I've been to where I've had to specifically learn songs for them and things like that. I don't know, I feel like I listen to so many artists. How do I only listen to that many
I agree.
songs? But it was an interesting one to find out. I just thought there would be more than that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Did you see what my first listened to song was?
Yeah, I remember it was Paramore.
It was Paramore. So I'm guessing the four are the four that I listened to a lot when I first got it because I remember listening to them. So it gave me the options: Ain't It Fun, Paramore, Time Bomb, All Time Low, White T-Shirt and Jeans acoustic version, Dinosaur Pilot, or Tears Don't Fall by Bullet for My Valentine, which tells you where I was mentally when I got Spotify. It does, I actually had a playlist at that time just called Chill, and I wish I hadn't deleted it because I'd love to know what was on there because I know that they all were. But it was Ain't It Fun, Paramore, and I think that's a really cool first track to have listened to.
My first track that I listened to was Right Now by One Direction.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Very different to yours. Right Now by One Direction off the Midnight Memories album.
Yeah, we were on very different vibes. But yeah, I listened to Ain't It Fun 49 times apparently.
Wow, I've listened to it. How did it... I don't know. I don't think I screenshotted that.
My all-time most streamed artist. I feel like you can probably guess it. I'm wearing their t-shirt right now.
Yeah, we've spoken about them a fair bit, I would say, on this podcast thus far.
I've got multiple tattoos.
Yeah.
It's the Vamps.
Yeah.
No one's shocked.
No, I was not shocked.
I already knew, really, because like I said, I have the Spotify stats subscription, so it's shown me how long I've spent listening to them, and it is a lot.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way. So this said 29,810 minutes I've spent listening to the Vamps in the last 11 years. And I can tell you it will actually be higher than that as well, because they have so many like unreleased tracks that aren't on Spotify that actually, when I'm listening to the Vamps, until I realised you could upload local files to Spotify, I spent most of my time listening to the Vamps on just my music. And I uploaded all the albums to my like owned music on just Apple Music. Yeah. And then I added the like unreleased tracks that I've got
I
downloaded.
Remember.
So
even like the YouTube
most of my listening to them has either been on YouTube or on my music. So you imagine that's nearly 30,000 on Spotify. I dread to think what the total is.
Is all together, yeah.
Yeah.
And
plus
the CDs in the car and
like the 3 years before I even had Spotify.
Yeah.
Listening to the CDs, and it must be an insane amount of listening time altogether.
Like you say, you're a loyal follower.
Mm-hmm. I don't think I really listened to them on Spotify until they released the Night album, and obviously I had pre-ordered the CD, but it hadn't come yet.
Oh, okay.
So I played it on Spotify.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's been a journey.
It's been quite the ride.
I feel like yours is going to be really odd just because it's only been 3 years.
Yeah, mine is an artist I've spoken about before as well on this podcast, but it's Nox.
Mm-hmm.
Nox is my most streamed artist on Spotify. I've spent nowhere near the amount of time that you have. I've spent 3,669.
Still, imagine if you'd had your own account longer.
Yeah, I really wish I'd have had my own account from the get-go, because this would be such an interesting, like...
If you'd had your own account from the get-go, it would be 5 seconds or something.
Probably. And I would have liked to have seen, like, back in the day, like, the May Day parades and stuff creeping.
Yeah. I'd love to have known what your actual first streamed.
I think it could have possibly been You Me at 6.
Yeah.
But yeah. Nox with 3,669 listen, sorry. And then my favourite part was going through the playlist.
Yeah.
Of finding out
the
what
playlist
your top songs are.
Was a journey.
Okay.
My top song on the playlist, it feels like a bit of a cheat because it is Adam's band, and I shared my account with Mom for a little while.
Oh, okay.
So I've made her own now, but I shared mine with her for a little bit, and she, to like try and support them, would just put the song on, turn her volume down, and just put it on repeat so it would keep playing it. And I'm pretty sure Spotify only actually registers like 2 or 3 plays a day per account. Aww. So I don't think it even would have made that much difference. But
clearly it has.
Apparently I've played it 418 times.
Wow.
And I can tell you, I haven't, because I did the music video for it, and you get sick of songs very quickly when you do that.
Yeah.
What was your top one?
Did you say what it was called?
Oh, it's Wasted by Labelled Dead. If anyone wanted to listen.
Mine is Sneaking Out of Heaven by Waterparks.
A banger of an album that is off as well. I have Funeral Grey as my third.
Okay, this only came out a couple of years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 138 listens on that.
To be fair, Funeral Grey is very close to overtaking the second.
Oh, really?
Because my second is 233 listens.
Okay.
Funeral Grey is 231. It's literally 2 plays off being...
Wow, you've listened to it more than me, though.
Really?
Because, like, Sneaking Out of Heaven's 138.
You listened to it on the CD, though, didn't you?
Oh, I listened to it all. I have it on in my car.
Yeah. Although Sneaking Out of Heaven's not on the CD, is it? Yeah. It was released after.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. But my second is I Won't Give Up by Jason Mraz, which is just because it's on all of my slow playlists.
That reminds me of you, actually.
Yeah.
My second is Not the 1975 by Nox.
Mm-hmm.
Great song. Go and listen to it. It's a bop if you haven't listened to it already.
Yeah. Well, I've gone through my top 3, so...
Oh, my top 3. Okay, my third one is Get Off My Phone by the Driver Era.
Wow. Interesting.
And then I'm back to Knox, Driver era, Bradley Simpson, Dylan with You're Not Quite Harry Styles.
Yeah.
The Driver era, and then Lunas have just made it into my top 10.
Yeah,
with Buried in the
mine's
Basement.
a journey because from Funeral Grey it goes to Dead Girl Walking.
Wow, that is a journey.
To Back Foot by Dinosaur Pilot.
Wow, okay.
To Buried in the Basement by Lunas.
Ah, I can't believe that song has made it to both of ours.
And guess my top listened Vamps song.
I don't know. Hair Too Long?
Yes!
Yes! No way!
Hair Too Long with 189 listens.
No way.
And then it literally goes Paramore,
I'm
Heathers.
surprised that that's on your Spotify and not on YouTube, because that music video, dreamy.
Yeah.
Bradley looks incredible. And all of the boys do, actually.
Oh my god. And the
the
alternative music video that they posted on the Vamps Plus when that was a thing was
yes,
insane. So then it literally goes Paramore, Heathers, the Vamps, as it is, the Vamps, Heathers.
Wow.
Shawn Mendes, John Mayer, the Vamps.
You've
Heathers,
got a real mix. Like, mine's all a similar vibe, I'd say.
It
like,
starts a mix, but then it's a lot of Vamps, a lot of soundtracks.
Okay.
And quite a bit of Shawn Mendes.
I'd say that is quite a big mix. You've got like pop. I don't know what you class John Mayer as. Pop.
Yeah.
I just think there's a lot of different vibes in there. Whereas like Waterparks, Knox, the Driver era, Lunas, I feel like they're all the same kind of band. Like that you'd put them all in the same category. Yeah. And then if I carry on down my playlist, I've got Michael Clifford, Labelled Dead, Waterparks, Knox, Youngblood, and then I've got a sneaky Claire Rosencrantz in there with Sergeant Hawaii. Do you know who also made it to my playlist? I don't know what number she's in, but Maisie Peters.
Wow.
And you know how much I say I don't like her voice.
Yeah.
Body Better.
Okay, yeah.
That's the only song that I listen to by her.
I have got a Bradley. I've got Picasso in there.
I've got a few
Simpson,
Bradley.
Yeah.
I've got Daisies is in my top 5.
Okay. I'm surprised Daisies isn't higher. It's got to be in there somewhere because I listen to that. Then again, I listen to that a lot. It is in there.
Oh, sorry.
Daisies and Cheetah are right next to each other.
Oh, I love that. Daisies is actually number 6, so it's not in my top 5. But Brad is also at number 11 with Cry at the Moon. And Picasso's up there at number like 15 or something, so a couple more down. So I do quite have a few. I've got loads more. Ross Lynch, the Driver era, Knox, the Driver era, Knox, the Driver era, Knox. Yeah. Taylor Bickett with Quarter Life Crisis, Sabrina, New Rules.
Yes, I've got some Sabrina in there. I've also got not the 1975.
I've got a Lolo. No?
Yes, I've got You Turn Me On, But You Give Me Depression in there.
Me too.
My Claire Rosencrantz's Hotel.
Okay, fair. That's fair. Carpet Burn, Bittersweet
Revenge
Love
is in there as well.
Charlotte Sands.
I have 2 Christmas songs.
Vamps Christmas songs. Sabrina.
One of them's the Vamps.
Oh, is the other one about having money? The lack of money. Who's that by? That girl.
No, it's not a girl.
What is it? Oh, Sleeping with Sirens. What is that song that I'm on about? I think it's Lauren Spencer Smith.
Oh, Broke Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Tune. I also have a Rod Stewart in here.
A Rod Stewart?
Yeah, I'll stand by you.
Oh, that's cute.
Lots of soundtracks. The Winona's version of Burning Love that's at the end of Lilo and Stitch is in there. There's New Rules, Really Want to Dance With You.
Pasta, I've got.
Nice.
And then I've got more. Knox, Driver era, Sabrina with Coincidence, actually.
There's quite a bit of Sleeping with Sirens, actually. We've got a, from the If You Were a Movie, This Would Be Your Soundtrack, With Ears to See and Eyes to Hear.
Yeah.
Bright Lights, Bigger City, the trebles.
Bright lights in the big. Yeah.
Beetlejuice has made its way up there.
No, you know what? I can't believe that from you.
Yeah.
You had a phase of that.
Can we?
I must say I do have 5 Seconds of Summer in the 1975 just a little bit further down, but I do feel like they should be higher.
Brainwashed is above Welcome to the Black Parade.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
It's a much shorter song though.
Yeah.
So you can recycle it and you like listen to it a lot more.
Right down the bottom, we've got When I Pray for You by Dan and Shay.
Oh.
Which I loved that, and it was on the soundtrack for The Shack, and I loved that film.
Yeah.
And Honeybee, Steam Powered Giraffe.
Oh, I love that song. That's so cute.
Yeah, there's so many interesting, like, you're on an emotional roller coaster listening to this. There is a lot of vamps. Oh my god, Anxiety with Selena Gomez by Julia Michaels is a tune as well.
I don't know if I know it.
It's a good one, that. There's so much, honestly. You've got the depressed ones. You've got a few Mayday Parade in there with Terrible Things and Miserable at Best.
I wonder if I've got some of those.
Oh, Scene 4, Don't You Ever Forget About Me. There's that
I listen to that frequently.
Yeah. Pick Your Poison by Knox has made it in there as well.
Nice.
And Why Did It Have to Be Me from Mamma Mia.
Love that. I must say, most of it is like Knox's entire discography and the Driver era, and a lot of Water Parks. But I do also need to shout out the Jonas Brothers, the 1975, Post Malone with his like newer country album, Charlotte Sands, Olivia Rodrigo with Pretty Isn't Pretty.
I have an Olivia Rodrigo in here too, but I think it's Good For You. No, it's Driver's License.
I to be fair, what a song. Benson Boone, The Aces with Daydream.
Okay, I don't have any Aces in here. I do have
Daydream,
Dandelions, Ruth B.
Oh, yeah. Calling After Me by the Wallows. Wallows are hit and miss with me, but when they hit, they really hit. Like, I love them with the ones that I do like. And Calling After Me is so good. And also, Dylan Minnette looks great in that music video.
I think I have 4 Mayday.
Delights. Royal Otis, I'm obsessed with this song.
You've played it, me.
I am obsessed with this song. I'm glad it's made it in there.
Came up with Do You Want to Join Tasha's Jam?
Aw. New Hope Club, Call Me a Quitter. Favourite band, Brad?
I don't think favourite band is in here for me, which is quite shocking. That is easily the best one of that album.
More Driver era. Vamps. Guess my first Vamps one in here. You won't. You won't.
Because there's no way it's Right Now.
Nope.
Ooh. Nothing But You?
Nope. You won't.
Okay, what is it?
Sometimes It Rains in LA.
Tune.
How is that my top Vamp song though?
Tune.
It is a tune. More Driver era, more Delights, more 5 Seconds of Summer, more Sabrina Carpenter, more Water Parks, more New Rules.
Yeah.
All Time Low. More Benson Boone, more Knox, more Water Parks.
Jesus.
Michael Clifford, Chapel Roan with My Kink Is Karma. I really like that song, but I don't like Chapel Roan. Busted, Hot Mulligan, SPS made it in there. Great song. Oh, didn't mean to click it.
I have one that will shock you.
One Direction made a Broken Hearts Go. I'm happy.
I have a Taylor Swift.
What? Which one?
See if you can guess.
Mean?
No.
New or old?
Newer Than You'll Think.
I Knew You Were Trouble. Shake? Do I know it?
Yeah.
Well, I presume I do. I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, Wildest Dreams. Interesting. I would never have gone there. Is that from the Summer I Turn Pretty?
TikTok, I think.
Oh.
I also have a shout out to Girlfriends with 2am.
Okay.
Another Minute with You, Ryan McMullen.
I've got As It Is to shout
Lots
out.
of As It Is. I've got so much As It Is in here.
Mouth Culture, Avril Lavigne, and that's it. I don't have anyone else. They're all my artists.
Yours are so much newer.
Honey Revenge, sorry.
I have Taylor Gray and Bradley Simpson with Falling.
Oh, I haven't listened to that in ages. Can you put that on after?
Yeah. I also have Sailor by Black Foxes.
Oh, I love that. I was only thinking about that yesterday. I haven't listened to that in ages. That is such a beautiful song. Like, if you really feel music, go and listen to it, like, immediately. You spell it Saela.
Yeah.
And it is so good.
It's so good. But other than that, it's mostly, like, the same kind of artists, as well as lots of Disney songs, lots of Heathers and soundtrack songs.
Yeah.
But it is... We've got Neck Deep with December.
Oh, no, Neck
a lot
Deep
of
in mine.
Depressed. I've got 4 Mayday Parade altogether.
That's crazy.
4
I
Mayday
really
Parade.
wish mine was from the beginning of time, because I can't tell you. I would have definitely had loads of Yumi at 6 on Mayday Parade.
It's like almost depressing looking at some of them,
And
and I know that they are from when I very first, like they've probably got there from, because they were there from the first, when I first had Spotify.
I think that December would have been in my top 10 for sure if I would have had this from day one. I listened to December on repeat.
Yeah.
And there's one by Mayday Parade. What's the cover that Mayday Parade did? But you didn't have to come
Somebody that I used to know.
Somebody that I used to know. Mayday Parade's cover of that I listened to on repeat.
I associate that with you. No, mine's literally, so I've said terrible things and miserable at best. Then there's I Swear This Time I Mean It and 3 Cheers for 5 years.
3 Cheers for 5 years as well I listened to.
So those were depressing ones.
Yeah.
This is a very long episode now because we got a bit excited.
Yes, we got very. In fact, we were not planning on listening to that, chatting about that in this episode in particular. So thank you very much for sticking along.
And let us know your first tracks because I'd love to know everyone's first stream tracks.
Yes.
Sorry
Everyone
to
comment their
Apple
first
users.
tracks. First tracks and first artists. I know. Harrison's friend came around the other day and we were like, "Oh, what's yours?" Because we were all talking about it before he got there, and he was like, "Oh, I don't have Spotify." I was like, "Oh, that's lame."
Some people are Apple Music or YouTube Premium.
Yeah, that's sad. Very sad.
Or Prime Music if you're a weirdo.
Yeah. He had Prime. That's what he was talking about. Yeah, he said he's on Amazon Prime, and we all went, "That's weird." But you know what? Music is music. So. Yeah. But yes, thank you very much for watching another episode. Please comment yours down below, and if you want to see anything from Stephen Sanchez, I'll put it all on our highlights over on our Instagram. You can find us on all the socials at Gig and Tell Podcast, and we also have a TikTok that's Girls on Tour with our friends. If you wanted to go and check out any of that content. But that is all for this week. Thank you very much for watching another episode, and we will see you next Thursday with a brand new one.
Bye.
Bye.